Welcome to today's vlog. Today is, what is today? It is Friday, December 29th, 2017. We are about to get started going into 2018, which is going to be exciting. Learning code this week. I didn't do too much because it's been the holiday weekend, but I did learn Bootstrap, which basically is the cheat code for doing CSS. You should definitely do CSS first before going into Bootstrap. So I learned Bootstrap a little bit. I'm not the best at it. And then I also have been building some other websites, which I'll show you. Here's the first website. I was trying to use Bootstrap. It wasn't necessarily working well for me, so that's what I built there. So this is a hot dog website I built. I can scroll down. Just got some hot dogs. And what I began to notice is like a lot of my websites all look the same. It was just this kind of simple layout, and I was just kind of not liking it. So then I made this website. This was an attempt to make a Bootstrap website, which I just completely failed at. I couldn't figure it out. Kept trying to look up stuff, didn't work out too well, so there's literally nothing. It's just that picture, and I just stopped. And then I thought, like, why am I even working with Bootstrap really? I mean, I can always learn that later, but I just really need to know HTML, CSS. I mean, maybe where I'm working doesn't even need Bootstrap. That's something I could practice a little bit more later. So I stopped doing Bootstrap, and I thought I'd just go back to CSS basics and try to build a good website with CSS. And so that's what I did with this website right here. Here we got a nice layout. I really like how it is. If you'll notice, you can see on the sides I have a background image and it's repeating, it's like a pattern, and this I really liked. It looked really nice and simple. And then I was able to do media queries. Let me put this into full view. With media queries, it changes the lookout. We've got all three of the different things on either side, and on the bottom we've got just one there. And so I was really happy with this because I did the media queries, I got the things where I wanted to do using Flex and Grid and stuff like that, so I was really happy with that. And so then I figured, because I know HTML, because I know CSS, it is time for me to go into JavaScript. So right now I'm doing this 55-hour course on Treehouse. It's called like a track. It goes through all these different lessons, and by the end of it they say I'll be an expert at JavaScript, and I'll know jQuery and Node.js and different things like that. I don't think I'll be an expert. I think that's going to take time when it comes with experience. That's where I'm at right now. I'm going through JavaScript, and oh boy, that's exciting. Which, with JavaScript, leads me into how I've been feeling lately. And I'm sure a lot of you have probably felt the same, whether you're just starting to code, or maybe you're starting JavaScript along with me, or maybe you've just been in it for a while and you know this feeling. But for some reason I've been having a lot of feelings of regret and feeling like, what have I gotten myself into? And oh, if I would have just stayed at my job and gone with the promotion, oh, well, everything would have been set and fine, and the road's just too rough and you don't know if you're even gonna get a job. What if you can't even find work? What if you're putting all this time and effort for months upon months, and then you end up not even using the material you learned whatsoever? It's a complete waste of time. So these thoughts, they've been going through my head, and I've been wondering, hey, am I doing the right thing? Should I keep going on? Should I keep pressing forward and learn this information? Or should I stop and not waste my time even trying? And as I was thinking that, there were two things that came to mind. The first part of this, I'm going to show you a clip from Brian Tracy, and you will watch that now.
I discovered the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, sowing and reaping, action and reaction, is the great universal or iron law of the universe. What it says is that everything happens for a reason, is that there are no causeless effects, is that even if we don't know what is causing the effect, we trace it back. It's the basis of the scientific process, of all medical research, of all marketing, of all business, is if you can define an effect that you want, you can trace it back and find somebody who at one time did not have that effect, and then find out what they did, and then do the same things, and you eventually get the same results. We say that success is not an accident. Failure is not an accident. Success leaves tracks. So if you just follow the tracks of other successful people, no matter where you're starting from, you eventually get to the same place that they get.
And like he said, success is a repeatable process. It's not just something that randomly happens. If you find out what successful people do and you do it yourself, you can be successful. And that's what I see. I see people who learn code by themselves. They went through it even though it was rough, and they were able to get jobs. It's a repeatable process. Multiple people have done this. Multiple people have self-taught themselves, and they've been able to get jobs. So it is achieving that, getting that success, it's achievable. And the second thing that really got me out of this state of feeling regret or doubting my decision was this. There's a book called So Good They Can't Ignore You. There's a shorter version of it from the author. He did a talk at Google. I'll link that down in the description so you can watch it. But basically what he was saying was, in order to get a rare and valuable job, you must build rare, valuable skills. And that once you become skilled at something and get good at something and master it, you begin to love it. And that you shouldn't start with, oh, I love this right now, so I'm going to keep going on doing it, because what we love always changes, what we're interested in. But if you have a skill that's built and you're good at something, we love doing what we're good at. And so that talk by him started going through my head, and the book that I listened to by him, which is like 5 hours long, started going through my head. And I began to think, back in the day, my mom told me I had to learn how to play piano, and that she was signing me up for piano lessons. And I was crying because I didn't want to do piano. I was like, I don't know, 5 to 7 years old. I was crying because I didn't want to do piano. And I remember learning piano and how I'd bang my head on the piano keys and be like, I can't do this. And I'd be whining and crying and be like, I can't do this. I can't learn this song. And I'd be going through the whole thing. And Mom would be like, you still have to practice. You still have to keep going. And I had to push through all those struggles, all the times my brain was blowing up, all the times when I was just distressed and depressed and I could not handle learning the stupid songs or the darn instrument. But eventually, after going through all that struggle, after going through all the times when I didn't want to keep going on, after I kept persisting, mainly because my mom forced me to, I eventually got so good at piano that I loved it. And I fell in love with music, and I still play piano to this day. And now I even use like a MIDI keyboard, and I mess around with synthesizers and stuff, and I use the skill of music and reading music, and now I can play other instruments. Now, when I started, I didn't love what I was doing. It was tough, it was hard, I felt disappointed, I had doubt that I could even do it. But because I kept going on and I mastered that skill, I fell in love with it. And I got good at it. And that is the same as coding. Because that is a skill. It's a hard skill to learn how to build websites and interact with the server and figure out all these programming commands and stuff like that, and trying to understand it all and get your brain to comprehend it. And there's going to be times when you're not sure if you're going down the right path and you're feeling discouraged. But the thing is, if you keep going on and you master this skill, a skill that a lot of people give up on learning, you will soon love to do it because you're good at it. Like right now, I'm good with HTML and CSS. I enjoy building random websites. It's fun to me. But before, when I was learning CSS and trying to learn this flax and grid layout, it was a pain in the butt. And it's going to be the same progressing on for you and for me. Times are tough, but you have to keep going at it even when you don't even feel like it. And if you master a skill and you become valuable, you'll get paid because you're valuable, and you're going to love what you do because you're good at it. So that's where I'm at right now, where it's like I just gotta keep hammering until I master that JavaScript, and then go on to PHP, MySQL, maybe Python, wherever else I need to go, whatever else I need to master. I'm gonna do it, and I'm going to be the freaking best web developer out there and completely crush it. So that's the end of today's vlog. Be sure to join me next time when I have a more interesting vlog to give you guys. We'll see you later.